Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I'm just your average thrifty bargain hunter turned full-time reseller, and recently I started documenting my journey here on YouTube, and I'm so glad to have you. Today, we're about to find out together if overnight curls indeed need to be left overnight. Turns out they do. I put these in this morning and they didn't turn out very well. But let's get into the haul. Hi friends. Okay, so I had to like update the firmware on my mic. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. Good part of the haul. First, before we get into it, I want to share with you my look of the day. Today I am wearing a new to me. I just thrifted it last weekend, I think. This is oh gosh, Uncle Frank is the brand. Little like midi dress. It goes right above my knees, but you can't see that. I actually really like this, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Uncle Frank is sold at Anthropologie. I'm not sure though, but I did find this at the thrift store, and I think it was $6.99. Really cute, and I think this is going to be like a good summer dress. I believe it's a linen blend. Not that that matters to anyone, but let's see. Well, I guess we don't have a fabric tag. And it does have pockets, so super cute. Anyway, let's get into the haul. This is a bins haul, and the first thing I have to share with you is so good. I actually have, I think, some really cute pieces and some interesting things as well in this haul. I spent, oh gosh, I forget now. Let me see. $54.59 on all of this stuff. And one thing, the first thing I guess I will show you is different by weight. So my Goodwill bins is $1.89 per pound for clothing and textile clothing, and linens and is it linens and textiles? Is that what they call it? There's like a different category for blankets essentially, or bedding or things like that. And it is 49 cents a pound. And I did actually find this and this. Oh, I don't know if you could even see it. Maybe you could. In the rolling rack. This was in an old bin from the day before. And it does have a few very, very small like flaws, I would say, just from maybe from being kind of old. I'm not exactly sure how old this is. Geez. Sorry, somebody texted me and it popped down on my screen. I was like, what is going on? This is a beautiful hand-stitched quilt. It does have a trim around the edge, so it is finished and it is backed. So it's not just like a topper or anything. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. I think from my Google imaging researches, this is a tulip print. Oh, I hope that you can see. Yeah, so the whole thing is the same fabric, the same print, and I would say maybe it is queen size. I haven't measured it just yet. In real time, I don't have it listed yet, but by the time you are seeing this video, it will be listed along with everything else that you're about to see on my website. And if you are interested, I will link that down below for you. I do offer free shipping and typically the lowest price on all my items on my own website because I'm not paying crazy fees. If you are interested in anything, the link will be down below. Also, they will be available on all my other platforms as well. So if you don't see something on my website, it is likely because it has sold on another platform. That is the only reason it would not be on my website. So let's get back to this quilt. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find for you any of the like damage. Hold on really quick. I know I saw one small area because I did run this through the wash on a gentle cycle by itself and hang it to dry, and I think I saw when it when it was hanging that it had like some of this stitching had like come apart. Oh, I can't find it now, but I will obviously have to find it and photograph it and put it in the listing. But if I get close, maybe you can tell this is obviously hand done because nothing is like completely perfect on it, which is exactly what you want. You want handmade quilts when you're looking for quilts. I think this like brown floral, let me get close, fabric is really pretty too. Like a micro floral. And I think this is a, like I said, a tulip This is called a tulip design. I don't know what you call it. I'm like, I need to brush up on my quilting, but I am learning every time I find a quilt, I am learning something about it. So the most recent quilt that I found, oh, my curls are falling already. The most recent quilt that I found, I think it was the most recent one besides this one, was a coin stamp quilt or something like that, and it recently sold, so that's really good. But I've never found a quilt in this particular pattern before. I have found double wedding ring quilts before. That's a pretty popular quilting style, I guess. I found 2 crazy quilts before. I don't know why I'm trying to fold this like perfectly. I just need to get it back on the rolling rack. So we will see how this quilt does. I have high hopes for her, especially because she's in such great shape with just a few little flaws here and there that I don't think would be hard for someone who is crafty to fix. Anyway, next, this I have in real time, I have only photographed all of these things with the exception of the quilt. I have not listed anything, but like I said, everything will be listed by the time this video goes live. I don't know how much this is going to go for, but I was very excited to find it. This is a vintage Claire Petitbone. I don't know what you say. How do you say her name? But there's the tag. And if you hear a wiener dog getting a drink, that's because she is indeed right under me getting a drink right now. Anyway, this is a sheer little baby doll camisole top. It's a size medium. I don't know if I showed you that under the tag there. It's a size medium. It is vintage. It was made in the USA and it is nylon. And I think maybe the only thing I could say that might be wrong with it is perhaps maybe the straps are a little bit stretched out just because they are so dainty and delicate. Like, look at that. It's like basically one thread with all these tiny little bows on it as a strap. And then the bust has like this really beautiful floral lace in a sheer light baby blue color, like much lighter than this. And then the rest of it is, I think it's white. So I'm very excited about this. I really like this little like cascading floral detail with all these little pearls, almost like beads on the front. So we'll see how this does. I was so excited when I found this, and I was digging like a crazy person in the bin to find more of these things. I unfortunately did not find anything else by this brand, but I will definitely take one of these, especially because this probably cost me maybe a quarter, maybe 50 cents, next to nothing, because it weighs next to nothing. Anyway, next, oh, this is good for summer. This is a really cute vintage tennis-ish, but it's not pleated. It's kind of like more, a circle skirt, like a skater skirt. There we go. Flowy of a skirt, little mini skirt. And this is linen. I don't know this brand, but I picked it up because I could tell it was linen. It is Tropical Wear. And it is a size medium. It zips up the back and it's just this really nice, like I said, navy little skater skirt. I think this might do well. Next, speaking of doing well, look at that. When I photographed this morning, I was like, yes, it's coming up so well on camera, and it's coming up really well on the video too. Look how cute this is. This is a vintage midi skirt. I have never heard of this brand before, and like I said, one more time, I have not done any research in real life, so you'll have to bear with me. This is a Cowboys in Paris vintage, like I said, midi skirt. It was, where were we made? Made in San Francisco. Interesting. Okay, so there's the tag one more time. Cowboys in Paris, size 6. Really cute pleated midi skirt with this butterfly floral design. And the colors just like really pop on this skirt. So I'm very, very excited to get this listed and see how this does. Next, so I feel like the challenge for this is going to be the photographs, because I feel like the photographs do not do this justice at all, especially because it's a set, and so you have to kind of get all 3 pieces in one photograph to really give the full effect. I did that though by laying them all down as like a flat lay on the floor and taking a picture that way of the entire set. And then I did individually photograph everything just hanging on the wall like I normally would. So that might give you kind of an idea of how I did that. First of all, I'm going to show you the skirt because it's so beautiful. Look at that. I cannot tell if those are waves or if they are mountains or if this is just kind of like an abstract print, but it's so pretty. So pretty. And it kind of gives like pleats, please, Izumiyaki because the whole thing is like micro pleated, kind of like I don't know, accordion pleated, is that what you call it? And it does have like a really cute little lettuce hemline. There is a stain I saw somewhere on the skirt right here. Right there in that area. Small spot. Oh, 2 spots. There we go. 1, 2. But other than that, the skirt's in really great shape. And I think it's so, the pattern and the colors too. It's just so fun. And it does have a lot of really nice movement. And then we have the matching top. And I would say this is a scarf. That's how I listed it because there's no belt loop. So I do not think this is meant to be like a waist tie. I think it's meant to be kind of like that moment, like a throw it around your neck little fashion scarf. Anyway, this is the matching top. The scarf does have like the very bottom of the skirt pattern with the purple waves or mountains, whatever you want to call them. So I think that's really cool. The top is more of the top of the skirt fabric, this like green and there we go. Like I said, this is going to be so challenging, but I really hope I can get the feeling across of this set. Again, never heard of this brand and very, very excited to see how it does. Let me take this scarf off. The top has like this keyhole cutout with a little necktie. And again, very Izumiyaki with the pleating all over. Here is the brand. Archetta? Is that how you say it? Archa? Paris, made in France. There is no other tags aside from this one. There's no tag in the skirt and no tag on the scarf, belt, whatever you want to call it. So we will see how this does. But I think just the style alone, the fact that it does resemble some Izumiyaki pieces, some pleats please pieces, and the colors, I think, might sell this. Hopefully the brand adds, hopefully the brand adds a little something. Again, there is the brand tag. So we'll see how this does. Next. Oh, this is a Lululemon piece, and I actually found a Lululemon tag in the bin, like the actual cardboard hang tag, and I went to grab for it, and of course I didn't grab too hard because you don't want to pull it off of something if it's still attached to something. Unfortunately, it was not attached to anything, but of course I checked that bin like a crazy person. I actually read the tag and figured out what the item was supposed to be and the color so I could like have a feel for what I was supposed to be looking for in the bins, because not that many people were at the bins this particular day, which was fan-freaking-tastical and almost never happens when I'm there. Anyway, I did not end up, I think it was a cropped Nulu Define jacket in like a purple, and I didn't end up finding that jacket, but I did end up finding this in the very same bin, and this is a really nice, I think this is the Engineered Warmth men's jacket, full zip track jacket by Lululemon. And here is the little logo on this one. It's a really nice like marled blue and black color, and it does have like, I don't know, like, what would you call that? Like a honeycomb pattern? I don't know. It's like an embossed pattern that changes to the smooth fabric down here at your body, and this is so nice. It still has its little hang tag, little pull tag, I mean, not the hang tag, little pull tag, and it is a size small. So we'll see how this does. And I think this is one of the only men's, the only men's thing I got this day. So good luck to him. Next, this is cute. I got this just based on style, and I think it might not go for $1 million, but I think it was cute enough to definitely save from the landfill, if not anything. This is a little cropped, I would call it cropped, like a shorter length little t-shirt that's, I don't know, I guess I would say it came this way, because I think I found this brand before and things are very much so this style. This is a little like grandma core, cottage core maybe, little gardening t-shirt, I don't know, with all of these hummingbirds on it. How stinking cute. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a brand down here, but I would guess this is easily 80s or 90s. The brand is Morning Sun, and unfortunately, the only size is petite. You can't read this tag anymore, so I will just have to list it with measurements. It has a cute little hummingbird on the collar, which I love. The collar, unfortunately, does, if you can, I don't know if they're gonna, there we go, have some like very faint staining, especially right there, and then woo, to the neckline here. I did run this through the wash, so I think this is as good as it's probably gonna get. The back is plain. I don't know if I said that already, but this is a really cute like style. I think the cropped boxiness of this t-shirt and the little collar I think might help this to sell, so we'll see how this does. Next, oh my gosh, I'm kind of tempted to keep this, or at least like take a new headshot wearing this, because I love this. I love especially the collar. The fabric is really cute too. I think if I was guessing, I would say it's like an acrylic knit, and I would guess this is 70s. There are absolutely no tags in it whatsoever, but it does have that kind of like 70s acrylic feel. Look how cute these little like, I don't know what you call that with this knit pattern, but look how cute that is. Again, I love the collar, and then the buttons are so cute too. They're little tiny pink flowers that are clear. Are we joking? And they're all intact. So stinking cute. It might do really, really well with like the coquette ballet core, soft girl aesthetic, cottage core maybe even. Very Love Shack fancy vibes to me. That's what this is giving. Like, especially if it was maybe a little bit different of a fit. Maybe you belt it. So cute. Anyway, okay. Next, this is a style-based pickup. However, I have heard Gloria talk about Chico's quite often. I don't remember exactly everything that she has said about it, but I knew it does have some sellability. This is Lino by Chico's. I don't know what that is, if it's their whole like sideline of their linen wear, but this is a 100% linen button front shirt. It is a size 3, so I think that's a really great size, and it is in excellent shape, and it is this super light pink color. So we'll see how this is. I really like the kind of utilitarian pockets here too, and the buttons are kind of, I guess they're abalone. Yeah, really cute. So we'll see how this does. Again, Lino by Chico's. There's the tag. Size 3. This is so pretty. I love this. And it's so soft, as per usual with this brand. This is a Sundance size petite large blouse. And I really especially love this sleeve. I like how it kind of gathers at the cuff, or at the wrist with the same detail that is here around the like bust and neckline area, and then it kind of flares out a little bit. I think that's just so cute. Then the sleeve does also have this kind of like embroidered graphic detail like the bust area does. I don't know if I said it already. It's a size petite large, and it is like double lined, which is really nice too. And this is, I think, kind of like a tank top underneath that perhaps you could, yeah, you can remove the tank top that is underneath, and this is the same size, the tank top. So I would assume it came with this shirt. And here's the back. Super cute, very soft. I think this will do well. Let me get closer so you can see the patterns. Very like Free People-ish to me. I believe these were in the same bin or next to the bin with the quilt, and I couldn't believe my eyeballs. First of all, I absolutely love, oh my gosh, I love these, and look at the color. It's like a really nice like inky blue, not just like navy. These are a pair of wide leg. Are you joking? If I was still a corporate girly at all, these would be mine. These would not be going anywhere. Wide leg dress pants, and these are by MM Laflur. They're a size 10, and I've actually had pretty good luck with the last 2 MM Laflur things I picked up. That pair of like cigarette style pants that were tan, and then the tan leather belt that I found. Both of those things have already sold, so I have high hopes for this. These are size 10, if I didn't say that already. I absolutely love the cut. Oh, it like pains me to list these ones a little bit because just by holding them up to me, I think these would fit me perfectly, but I don't need them. I feel like it would be a waste for me to keep these, so I am going to list them. And I do have like a kind of like a pinstripe-ish detail, except they're not all like, it kind of looks like they fade away in areas, and I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Look at that. Okay, MM Laflur. Continuing on, somebody's MM Laflur Life that they donated. This is a thicker, those pants are more of like a summertime workwear pant, I would say. They're a really light fabric. This is definitely a thicker shirt, and it is like double lined. I think this is a wool shirt, actually. Let me not be a liar. Yeah, 95% virgin wool, 5% elastic. And again, this is MM Laflur. This one has a more pronounced pinstripe to it, and it does have, what is that, princess seams, I think? I think at the bust here, maybe not, maybe it's different seams, but some sort of nice seam here at the bust. It is kind of like a, I don't want to call it cropped, but I think it would hit right at like, well, it's not cropped, it would hit right at like your hips. It does have really nice like slits here to the sides, and I think to the sleeves has a match. Yes, sleeve has a matching slit. And here's the tag if I didn't show you well enough. It's a size large, MM Laflur. And one more MM Laflur. This actually I think goes with these pants, and how stinking cute would this be? Are you kidding me? Like, Anyway, this does have a small flaw to it. Right here, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. There's like a, I don't know, a darting or a seam that goes right along here, and the seam has like kind of slightly popped, but there's no hole, and not even close to being a hole. It's literally just like that. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but it is a flaw, so I will have to say something about it in the listings nevertheless. But again, MM Laflur, size large, matches those pants, same material, same color, same like disappearing kind of pinstripe. Are we kidding? And then one more kind of, I guess, along the lines of MM Laflur, but I've never found this, at least to my noodle, I don't remember finding this brand ever. This is a black pair of workwear pants. Again, very, very soft, nice feeling. These actually have like a elastic back. They do zip up the side, so they don't have a actual fly in the front. They do have like an illusion one though. They do have pockets, and this is a pair of pants by, I think it's Ministry of Style. Ministry of Supply, excuse me. And then they are size 10. Hello. There we go. I think they're black, right? Yeah, they're not blue. There's a blue thing back there. They're definitely black. I've been wondering that since I photographed them this morning, if these were black or blue, but fairly certain they're black. These, again, really beautiful pair of dress pants. They do have some like pleating here at the front. We'll see how these do. I think these retail for over $120 if I can recall. So they're definitely not cheap. Just a few more things, and then I will let you go. This is a really nice knit. I thought this could be like a tunic, or I want to say a mini dress. I think it could be a mini dress, especially if you have to wear something under it. Or it could be like a cover-up, a beach cover-up, a boat cover-up, something like that. This is a J. Jill. Hello. Can we focus? There we go. Little sweater vest, and it is, I think, 90% cotton, 10% linen. Yes. And it's in really great shape. I love this navy blue color, and it does have like an open knit pattern overall. There we go. It does have like a slit here to the bottom hemline, and the back is slightly longer than the front, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I think this might do well though. It's a size large if I didn't say that already. J. Jill. This was thrown in the hard goods with like a bunch of random hard goods things, and I think it's because it had a few stains on it. Do you know I popped her through the wash and she came out good as new? This is a really pretty eyelet jumper with this little ruffle detail, tie back, and I think it's maybe a slightly wide leg, if not a straight leg, jumpsuit by Rachel Parcell. I don't know if that's going to focus. There we go. It's a size extra small, and if you don't know, Rachel Parcell is I think she got her start doing a blog, and then she transitioned into Instagram, and I'm sure now she's on all the other platforms, but she did make this line, and I think it was sold at Nordstrom and then Nordstrom Rack, but I don't know if it's still made. So I know some of her pieces can do really, really well. So we'll see how this does. Very like bridal, good for like a bachelorette party maybe, brunch, cute. This is a vintage dress, and I wish it had more than the tags that it does, but I will take one tag that tells me it's vintage. This is a really pretty, I don't know, it gives me like Belle from Beauty and the Beast in the beginning of the movie for some reason, and I don't even know if she wears blue. Might be yellow, but this gives me like Beauty and the Beast for some reason. It's a gingham maxi dress. Floor, yeah, this is it touching the floor, so it's definitely floor length. Has a tie back closure, and then it has this like, I don't know, milkmaid style eyelet ruffle piece, and then it does have like a built-in, I'll call it an apron because I don't know why it would flap around like that other than the fact that it would be an apron, but it is built into it. I love this blue gingham print, very like picnic. And then here is the one tag that it does have. Unfortunately, it does not give very much information at all, so I am going to have to measure, and maybe Google image will help me with this. But if you have any style ideas, style tags, aesthetics course for this, I would love to know in the comments below. If you know what this dress is called, if it's a milkmaid dress, is it an apron dress? I'm not exactly sure. Please share with the class. Okay, next, another vintage dress. And unfortunately, this one has 0 tags whatsoever, but I think that's because it's pretty clear to me it was handmade. I do love this kind of like jumper style. I don't know if you can really tell. There we go. It kind of has like this apron, and then it just turns into a skirt. Really cute. Like I said, jumper style dress with a circle skirt. It has this white, oh, I knew the name of this ribbon, and now it's escaping me, trim all along the top and the bottom skirt. And the reason I know it is vintage, or at least made with a vintage zipper, I guess, is because this dress does have a tiny little metal talon zipper here. I don't know if that's going to focus, but that zipper and this little part here on the zipper say talon, and they're metal. So we'll see how this does. Really cute, black and white, handmade vintage dress. Speaking of vintage, this is probably a little bit newer than that, but still vintage nevertheless. This is a strapless. These are just the little hanger hooks for this dress. Strapless midi dress in this really beautiful chocolate, like milk chocolate brown color with a little slit here at the back. And this is actually by Gap. And not only is it by Gap, let me take the hanger off. It is brand new with tags by Gap. And not only is it brand new with tags by Gap, we are a size 4, in case I didn't say that already. We are from 2002. And I think the beginning of 2002. Yeah, February 2002. And if you don't know how I know that, right down here on this little tag, hello, it literally says the date 0202. So February 2002. So needless to say, I think this is going to be a Depop special and do really well with the Y2K crowd, especially because it is new with tags. I love the color though. I think this color is so beautiful. So we'll see how that does. Last, this is a really soft, I had to get it because of what it felt like. The brand doesn't hurt you either. This is a Abercrombie & Fitch. I think it's a little bit older. I don't think their newest tag looks like that anymore. Short sleeve, tie front jumpsuit. And this is a, like I said, it's really soft because it's Lysol. I think that's how you say it, Lysol. It's kind of like tinsel. It feels extra, extra soft like that. And it's in excellent condition. Whoop! That's like the third time I've done that. It's a size small. Hello. And I think this should go for a little bit too. Maybe if I was guessing, this might do well again on Depop or on eBay. And with that, we are done with this haul, friends. So if you want to let me know in the comments below which item I thrifted is your favorite, that would be awesome. If I was going to say my favorites, definitely this pink sweater, this set, especially this skirt. Are you kidding? And then this skirt as well. Are you kidding? And then I do really love this little camisole as well. So those would be my top 4, I guess, and the quilt too, but I can't really compare a quilt to clothing, can I? No, I cannot. Okay, well, like I said, if you want to let me know in the comments below which item is your favorite, that would be cool. And as always, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.